Okay, so are you ready to go on another deep dive?
Always ready for an adventure.
Me too. This time we're going to be looking at the Blizzard Balloon Ride. Have you heard of it before?
Oh yeah, the Blizzard balloon ride. It's a classic story about about two kids, right?
Yeah, Lila and Kerry.
Yeah.
And they get caught in this huge blizzard. I mean, it's the biggest blizzard of the year.
Oh yeah.
Everything's covered in snow. I can just imagine like looking out the window and seeing everything just blanketed in white.
And they can't even go outside and play because it's just too dangerous.
Exactly. They're stuck inside.
Yeah.
But then things take a really wild turn.
There's a knock at the door.
A knock at the door during a blizzard. Who could that be?
Well, it turns out to be a penguin named Captain Waddle.
No way. A penguin.
A penguin all bundled up in a scarf and a hat.
And he's not just like waddling up to the door. I mean, how did he even get there?
He's got a hot air balloon.
A hot air balloon. I mean, come on, that's amazing.
It is pretty cool.
So what's a penguin doing flying a hot air balloon in a blizzard? What's going on?
Well, it turns out poor Captain Waddle, he got lost in the blizzard. His compass stopped working, and he couldn't figure out how to get back home to Penguin Point.
Penguin Point, that's where he lives.
That's his home. Yeah.
So he's like stranded in this blizzard with a broken compass and a hot air balloon.
And luckily, he finds Lila and Kerry's house.
I bet they were surprised to see a penguin at their door.
I'm sure they were, but they were also really excited to help.
Yeah.
They climbed right into the balloon with Captain Waddle, and up they went.
Into the blizzard.
Right into the heart of the blizzard.
I could just imagine like the wind and the snow swirling all around them.
And they're flying past giant snowflakes and ice-covered trees.
And they even see a flock of geese wearing scarves. I mean, what?
Those geese are prepared for the cold.
Yeah, they know how to stay warm,
Yeah.
but they're still lost, right? I mean, Captain Waddle's compass is broken.
Yeah, that's right. So Leela thinks for a minute and she says, hey, I know, let's use the sun to find our way. But then Carrie's like, Leela, there's no sun. It's a blizzard.
Right, I mean, the sun's completely blocked by the clouds.
Exactly, so they're stuck again. But then Captain Waddle asks a really important question. He says, what else helps travelers find their way?
That's a good question. I mean, besides a compass or the sun, what else could they use?
Well, Leela thinks about it for a moment, and she remembers something her grandpa taught her. He said, the wind always blows from the west.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So she has this brilliant idea. She says, let's follow the wind. If we keep flying in the direction the wind is pushing us, we'll eventually find our way out of the blizzard.
That's actually really clever.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not as precise as a compass, but it's something.
It's better than nothing, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
So what happened? Did they try it?
They did. They started following the wind, and it took them on this amazing journey. They flew over an ice-covered mountain. They dodged giant snowflakes. They even zigzagged through snow clouds.
Wow, that sounds intense.
It was pretty wild. But then suddenly they burst through the clouds, and what do they see?
Blue skies.
Clear blue skies, the sun is shining, and they can see for miles.
They made it out of the blizzard.
They did. And now they just need to get Captain Waddle home.
Right to Penguin Point. So how did they do that?
Well, they kept following the wind, and eventually they saw it.
What did they see?
Penguin Point.
They found it.
They did. All the other penguins were there waiting and cheering when they saw Captain Waddle's balloon.
Oh, I bet they were so relieved to have him back safe and sound.
And Captain Waddle was so grateful to Lila and Kerry for helping him, he gave them each a special golden snowflake medal.
That's awesome. So they were heroes.
They were definitely the heroes of the day.
And they learned that even in the middle of a blizzard, you can always find your way if you just pay attention to your surroundings.
Exactly. And from that day on, Lila and Kerry made sure to always pay attention to the wind because you never know when it might come in handy.
So even though this was a story about a blizzard and a lost penguin, it also taught us about problem solving and using what you know to figure things out.
And it reminds us that sometimes the answers are right in front of us if we just take the time to look.
So next time you're outside, see if you can feel the wind and figure out which direction it's coming from.
Yeah.
You never know. It might just help you on your next adventure.
Who knows? Maybe you'll even meet a penguin flying a hot air balloon.
Well, that's all the time we have for today's deep dive.
Thanks for joining us.
And until next time, keep exploring.
And keep asking questions.
Bye.
Bye.